everyone, and welcome to the practice. Let's begin. Taking your time to find a comfortable seated shape. Stretch and move around before you become still. And then whenever you are ready, take a couple of mindful breaths to bring you back to the here and now. Noticing the weight of the body, the mat that's below you, and the connection between the body and the mat. Noticing how you are sitting, not too much effort, and just letting the bones kind of stack on top of one another. And when we approach the headstand later on in the practice, I'd like you to have the same intention, not using too much effort, and just let the bones stack on top of one another and just breathe and enjoy. Placing the hands to the heart center, rub the palms to create some heat, and then cup the palms over the eyes. Releasing the hands and open the eyes. Let's start out with some neck stretches. Neck rotations, any one direction that feels good. And then reversing that movement, noticing it's just the neck, spine that is moving, the rest of the body remains still. Breathing along the way. And then come back to the center. Fingertips on the shoulders, big arm movement, rotating the shoulders. So the movement wants to be really big, so much that we can feel the shoulder blades moving as well. Feeling the shoulder blades spreading, pulling down, pulling up, coming back in. Then release. Now, lace the fingers behind the back of the head. Inhale, open up, lifting the base of the ribs. Allow the elbows to spread. Exhale, round. And then continue with this movement. As we open, try not to pull the shoulders up too much. Keeping a relatively long neck. Checking the neck. Everything feels good. And also check in with the breath from time to time. Now on the next inhale, you are going to lift up, releasing the hands and place the fingertips behind you. Lifting the rib cage up, spreading the front shoulders. Then on the exhale, let's release and let's come into a downward facing dog. Taking your time to find that down dog that feels nice, or letting the body get used to the shape of a downward facing. Letting the head hang, the first inversion. Noticing your neck still staying relaxed. And then let's come into a plank pose. Feeling the arms are pressing the floor away, puffing up the upper back. Then knees on the floor, stretching the arms forward into puppy dog. forehead on the floor or the chin and the chest on your mat. Decide which is a better option for today's practice. Sliding the body forward, coming to Sphinx. Neck remains long, front shoulders spreading. Feel free to lift the elbows up into a cobra. Maintaining the openness in the front chest. And then on the exhale, let's release, come back down. Moving back into a downward facing dog whenever you are ready. And then on the inhale, let's come to the top of the mat. And then on exhale, folding forward. A few moments here, allowing the body to get used to a forward fold. And then just hang, soften. Noticing the feet bearing the same amount of weight. Toes and the heels, left and right. And then as you inhale, let's rise up to standing. Arms up overhead. On exhale, back to the center. Ground your feet down about hips width apart. And then raising the arms up. On the exhale, reach to the right side. Inhale back. Exhale left. Inhale, stand up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Ground down with your feet. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Stay. Feel free to drop the right arm down. Then as you inhale, come back up. Exhale, do the left. Again, you decide how the arm should be. Feeling your feet, the body weight would shift, but they still feel grounded. Inhale, back up. And on the exhale, release. And let's stand at the front of the mat, preparing to flow a few rounds of sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. As you exhale, come into a plank. Hold it, inhale. Then knees on the floor, exhale into a half chaturanga, staying broad in the upper back. Inhale, rising into a cobra, shoulders roll back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing. Fixing your gaze at one point, letting the eyes just kind of settle and relax. And then on your next inhale, let's walk or maybe hop to the top. On exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising up, arms up overhead. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, plank. Hold it, inhale, knees on the floor, belly hugging. Exhale, half chaturanga. Inhale, rising into a cobra. And then on the exhale, go back into a down dog. Noticing your legs becoming more active. So feeling the muscles holding your body up instead of resting the body on the joints. Lengthen the side body. Relaxing of your neck. Ground down with your thumbs. And then on your next inhale, let's come to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, arms overhead. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, plank. Then knees on the floor. Exhale, a half chaturanga, belly hugging. Inhale, rising into a cobra. On exhale, move back into downward facing. Right leg to the sky. Keep everything active, including your toes. On the exhale, step the right foot in between your thumbs, coming into a warrior one, arms up overhead, looking straight ahead. Right hand behind the back of the neck. Left hand on the right elbow. Draw the elbow up and reach the fingers down. Either stay or wrap the left arm around your back. Connect the fingers together into cow face. Choosing the option that allows the front shoulders to open more as the right elbow reaches up to the sky. Strong legs. And then on the exhale, let's turn the entire body to the right side, hands on your hips. Take an inhale here. And then on the exhale, you fold forward, coming into a wide leg standing forward fold. Grounding the palms down. On exhale, you lengthen forward. Noticing the crown of the head is directing down towards the floor. Legs stay active. And keeping a relatively lengthened spine so you don't want to round into the upper back too much. Then as you inhale, you want to look up and turn the entire body towards the front. Come into a chair pose, Utkatasana. So the legs remain active. Glutes are engaging. And then on the exhale, you fold forward into a forward fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale to plank. Knees on the floor. Exhale, half push-up. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping the hips relatively the same, lift the left leg up. And then step the left foot in between your thumbs, Virabhadrasana A, arms up. Then left hand on the back of the neck, right hand on that left elbow. Either stay or wrap the right arm around, connect the fingers together. You want to feel the side of the left armpit lengthening as you point the elbow up to the sky. Body stays the front. And then hands on your hips, body turns to the right. On exhale, you fold forward. Inner thighs still want to hug in. So it's not about how far the legs could open. It's more about keeping everything engaging, hugging in, composed, spine long. And then inhale, looking forward. Turn the body to the front. Step the right foot in. Utkatasana, chair pose. The hands could be in heart center if you prefer it that way. Next exhalation, let's come into a forward fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, plank. Then knees on the floor. Exhale, half chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. And then walk the legs in and sit down on the floor, preparing for reverse plank or reverse tabletop. Hands behind the body, ground down with your feet about hips width apart. Shoulders roll back. And then as you inhale, lifting up, use your legs, use the arms. Exhale down. Again, inhale, lift, spread your collarbones, lower back power. Exhale down. Inhale, rising up. And breathe. Drawing the hips high up to the sky, shoulders stay broad. On exhale, release, hugging the lower abs in, grounding the forearms down onto the floor, and then draw the right thigh into the belly as you stretch the left leg forward. Again, the shoulders stay lifted, chest stays lifted. And then switching sides. Right leg is long, left thigh hugging into the body. Try not to let the center of the chest collapse. long upper arms. And let's do one more set. Right side in, left leg stretching out. And switching sides again. Belly stays hugged in. And then stretch both your legs out if it's okay. You can always bend your knees if you prefer it that way. Nothing in your lower back. And then let's sit back upright, hands down. Legs go back into a plank. Exhale again, half chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. Right leg to the sky. And then on the exhale, knee to the nose. Then step the right foot in, coming to a crescent lunge. Back heel is away. And then stretch your arms forward, right arm underneath, crossing at the elbows, and have the palms together. Elbows are lifting away from the chest, shoulders away from the ears. If you prefer to have the hands on opposite shoulders, that's another option. Okay, and then hands come down to the floor. And then drop the knees down into a tabletop. Elbows on the floor, lace of fingers, and walk the legs back into a forearm plank. Stacking the shoulders above the elbows, pulsing the upper back. Elbows want to hug in into one another. And then on the exhale, let's come into a sphinx, or maybe come up into a cobra. Take a few breaths here. Spreading of your collarbones. Then exhale all the way back into a downward facing dog. And then left leg to the sky. Draw the knee into the nose. And then step the left foot in, crescent lunge on the other side. And this time the left elbow is on the bottom. You decide, should the palms be together or should the hands be on opposite shoulders? Creating a lot of space between the elbows and the chest so you can breathe a little bit better, and also help to really feel the chest muscles working. And then let's come into a forearm plank, tabletop. Elbows are on the floor, fingers are lacing. Walk the legs back. Be mindful you want to feel the upper back lifting and not your hips piking up. Squeezing of your glutes, keeping your neck relaxed. And then pelvis on the floor, come up into a sphinx or into a cobra. And then let's go back into a downward facing dog. Okay, so now let's come into a tabletop. And let's do a few rounds of cat-cows. Inhale into a back bend. And then exhale, come into a cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Strong arms. Inhale, cow. Open the front shoulders. Exhale, cat. Hollow the body. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. Okay, and then let's come into child pose. Forehead on the floor. Lacing the fingers behind you and reach your arms up to the sky. Now preparing to do mini rabbit. As you inhale, roll from the forehead all the way to the crown of the head as you lift the hips up. And then on the exhale, you come back down. So let's do a few of these on your own. Starting to feel more weight in the neck and the head part of the body. But of course, nothing too aggressive. Making sure that you feel well supported. And perhaps stay in the very last one for a few extra breaths before you release. Feeling the neck, how is everything. Okay, so let's get ready to do our supported headstand. So we are going to measure placing the base of the palms in between your eyebrows, and wherever the middle finger lands on your head, that is the part of the body that would be resting on the floor. Then lace your fingers. Pinky fingers are free, so hide one on the inside of the other, and the palms will be open, supporting the back of the head, and then the crown of the head will be placed down onto the floor. Elbows want to hug in. So let's give it a try. Come into a tabletop, and you want to grab onto the upper arms as the elbows rest, making sure that the elbows are indeed shoulder width apart. And then let's set up. Fingers are laced, and then wrapping the hands around the back of the head as you place the crown of the head down to the floor. Elbows hug in, shoulders away from the ears. And then you are going to lift the knees up and walk your feet in, lifting the heels up and allow the toes to push, sending the hips up a little bit over the shoulders. And then on the exhale, you are going to release. Do a few of these. Either stay, or if you feel comfortable, let's draw one thigh into the body. And then doing the other one. Keeping in mind that the upper arms are still feeling really long, elbows planting down, elbows hug in, shoulders remain broad. And on the exhale, let's release. Come back into a child pose. Feel free to turn the head side to side. And just, have a feel and just think about how that felt. Okay. So we are going to move on to second set. So let's set up. And walk in again. Broaden the upper back. Again, doing a few of those lifts. Heels away, toes press into the floor, thighs are close to the belly, sending the hips up high. Again, either stay or maybe draw one thigh into the belly. Maybe stay here, or if you feel comfortable, draw the other thigh into the belly as well. All this time, the upper back is broad, shoulders are strong, elbows are heavy, planting down to the floor. Everything is super breathable. Keeping the thighs close to the belly, come into a tuck with the hips high. And then gently, one leg down, the other leg down. Come back into child pose. A few breaths here. Any movement that body needs to reset. Feel free to pause the video anytime just to rethink everything. Is everything feeling all right? We will be doing it one more time. So whenever you are ready, let's set up for our third and final round. Setup is the same, and just see where in the inversion stage should you be at this moment. Don't rush. Maybe staying with both feet on the floor, maybe one leg away, maybe both feet off away from the mat. Checking that you're not hopping into the inversion, rather you feel very supported, you lift the legs up. Because any hopping would shift the base, and that might cause instability in the base, which is something that we don't want. Okay. Neck stays long, shoulders away from the ears, elbows hug in, planting firmly down to the floor, belly hug in, keeping the thighs drawing into the front body. Breathe. And then gently, one leg down at a time, come back into child pose. Take a few breaths maybe, or any movement that body needs to reset the entire system, go right into it. Take as long a break as you need to. Whenever you are ready, let's come into a comfortable seated shape. And then you are going to, on the exhale, draw the right ear to the right shoulder, and feel free to have the right hand to press onto the left temple to give you additional pressure if you need to. And then on the exhale, let's release. And then doing the other side when you are ready, left ear to the shoulder, and then left hand on the right temple. See if you need additional pressure. And then on the exhale, let's release, come back to the center. Hands behind the back of the head. Let's do some Release. So as you inhale, open the elbows, open the chest. And then on the exhale, round. So again, doing it on your own. Taking your time, feeling every single movement, every single breath. And then as you inhale again and open up, releasing the hands, fingers behind you, drawing the chest open, spreading off your collarbones. On exhale, let's come back to the seated shape. Hands to the heart center. Silently thank yourself for dedicating some time to practice. And I also thank you for spending the time to practice with me. Rub the palms to create some heat. When they are warm, massage the eyes with the hands. Whenever you are ready, let's remove the hands and open the eyes. Hope you enjoy the practice. Namaste. Take it easy.